Oh man, it seems like there's a ton of videos out there that show you what you should buy as a content creator and streamer, but there's never any videos about what you should avoid until now. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to not waste your money and make it effective and avoid some of these pitfalls of things that really aren't going to pay off for you. We're getting started right after this. Looking to upgrade the production value within your stream? Look no further than Owned.tv. From overlays to alerts to stinger transitions to emotes, Own 3D has got you covered from beginner to professional. Simply find a graphic or design that fits your style and flair for your stream, and before you purchase, you can see how it will look with their interactive showcase. It's time you became bigger and better by heading over to Owned.tv by clicking in the links below. Hey all, Wild for Games here, helping you become bigger and better with your live stream and content creation. First time here? Smash that subscribe button down below for new videos every week that's gonna help you be awesome. Alright, I'm gonna be a little honest with you out there. A lot of streamers and content creators make you feel like you need to have the latest and greatest equipment to have great content or get discovered. And perhaps I'm guilty of this of myself. And if I am, sorry. I just like to show you new products that are gonna help you out. But you don't need the latest and greatest, and you don't need to go broke getting awesome equipment that's gonna help you get discovered. So what I'm gonna do in this video is I'm gonna show you what not to waste your money on, so that way you're spending it correctly. All right, let's go. Oh man, gonna be hypocritical right off the bat. Don't waste your money on a gaming chair. I know, ironic, I'm sitting in one right now in all of my videos. But a gaming chair is just a chair. We just put a word before it and we charge a little bit of extra money. It's the same as every chair. Backrest, armrest, cushioning, can, move around on wheels. Don't waste your money on a chair that's gonna cost you $200, $300, $400, $500 and up. They do the same thing as every chair you can get off Amazon, Staples, or Office Max. If there's not enough cushion, just go, spend a little bit of money on like a $5, $8 throw blanket and just sit on top of that. And essentially, it's got all the same value and benefits it's gonna bring to you. Do I think gaming chairs are cool? Yeah. Do I think they're comfortable? Heck yeah. Do I think they look great on streams and in my videos? You're dang right, I think it does. But you know what? It doesn't add anything extra. It's got a lot of bells and whistles, but it's just essentially a waste of money. And what people don't tell you is chairs break down over time, and this includes gaming chairs. So essentially in 2 to 4 years anyways, I'm gonna need a new one because the padding is gonna keep getting smaller and smaller. And I'd rather waste my money on something that's like 50 bucks rather than something that's 250 bucks. Going down. Oh shit, I dropped my headset. Oh gosh, I'm getting too old for this. Ugh, there we go. I'm back. Need to start working out. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate on this one, so keep your comments to yourself until I'm done, because I'm gonna make a valid point. There's always a battle between wired versus wireless, and depending on who you are and how your gaming setup or stream setup is, I'm actually gonna recommend you go with wired, because it's 20% to 50% cheaper versus the alternative of wireless. And let's not forget, if you're a streamer out there, I'm gonna assume you're pretty lazy, because I'm lazy. And we always forget to charge, our mice, our headsets, even keyboards can die. And if that happens during a live stream, you're essentially dead in the water, especially if you don't have replacement batteries, which can happen a lot. And if you go with wired, you don't have to worry about that at all. And as long as you have good cable management, everything's out of the way anyways. Nobody sees what you have during your stream, so stay away from wireless if you don't need it. Now I will make an argument. If you like to move around a lot and you want to get like a wireless headset so that way it gives you more motion and range to move around within your streaming environment, I can see you making a case for that. But for things like keyboards and mice, there's not really that much value to it. I mean, heck, if you think about it anyways, the microphone you're gonna get, unless it's a wireless headset, if you're gonna get like an XLR or USB mic, those are wired in anyway. So just feed everything generally the same way to your PC, there we go. And everything will just be managed the correct way and you won't have to worry about anything. God, dyslexia is kicking in hard today. Capture cards are an important piece of any streamer's gear if you're streaming from your PC. And a lot of people want to have great visual quality with clean, crisp resolution, and also making sure they produce a strong visual impact. Thus, a lot of people waste a lot of money on getting the most expensive capture card. Wait, I've got one in the back, hold on. Capture cards are awesome, and the higher resolution and low latencies are really, really cool, but you have to think about what your viewing audience is gonna want. If they can't see 4K or 2K, or your platform doesn't even accept it, don't waste money on it. 1080p at 30 or 60 frames per second is still a really good video resolution and aspect that people will enjoy. And if you start producing content at 2 or 4K, if your platform can accept it, you still have to remember your viewing audience has to be able to receive that information. And when you're producing a lot more content at higher resolutions, that's more data that has to go render up and then go down into either like their phone or tablet or a computer. And if they don't have good processing power on whatever device they're watching on, it's gonna be a stuttery watching time for them, which means it's not gonna be an enjoyable time. I love 4K and 2K capture cards. I mean, they're really awesome. They're beautiful and gorgeous, but if you're not producing content that needs to be done in these platforms of, aspect ratios and resolutions, you're not doing things like YouTube, don't waste your money yet. Because it seems like since Twitch and Mixer and Facebook gaming and YouTube gaming live and all these platforms are becoming more noticeable, companies are going to start making products probably on a yearly cycle, which means at some point all of these will have new iterations or generations. So you can buy an introductory 1080p card from like Elgato and then wait till you've grown your audience or your content that you want to move into like YouTube, and then buy a capture card that will be producing higher content. Felt like I rambled, but I feel like you get the point. I hope. We'll find out. We'll see how the edits go. Yeah, I rambled, but you got it. One of the coolest accessories as a streamer and content creator is the Elgato Stream Deck. And I know what you're thinking, that's probably worth buying. And yeah, it is. Don't waste your money on the Mini. The 6 key, it's great, but it's virtually useless, and these are the reasons why. Because the minute you get an Elgato Stream Deck, you're gonna wish you had more buttons. And that's the simple reason why you shouldn't waste your money on the 6 key. Unless that falls within your price point, that's fine. But most streamers that get the normal one, sadly, they eventually start buying two. So my advice would be just save up and get the XL version, which has more keys, or just go with the regular normal version and then learn to have folders within folders so that way you have more access to keys. Don't waste your money on nano leafs. They're just expensive and they don't give off an awesome visual representation anymore. Don't get me wrong, they're beautiful, they're gorgeous. I would love to have them all over my house and in my stream room. The unfortunate thing is, that's a lot of money. And it's just not worth it, especially now since everybody has them. The hype has kind of died down and they don't make that strong of a visual impact anymore. My recommendation is find an alternative out there, which there are tons now for cheaper. If you'd like a video on that, let me know. Or if you want something that's just gonna create a nice ambiance or a nice glow or a hazings of colors, go with some RGB rope lights or fairy lights. They will create awesome products. Heck, you can even just go with regular RGB bulbs and set them off to the side and get a nice casting of color like you see behind me. My whole lighting setup that you see behind me was made for less than $32 on lightning deals on Amazon. That doesn't even come close to buying a single pack of nano leaves. Now, I'm not picking on nano leaves. Trust me, nano leaves are cool, and if they ever wanted to sponsor one of my videos, I'd be more than willing to sell it and do it for them. The problem is people get hypnotized by all these beautiful colors and things going off. They feel like they have to spend all the money to get that visual impact, and you don't. You can get away with a lot of cheaper alternatives that will give you just the same or even more visual impact while saving money. Speaking of RGB, oh man, I'm already regretting giving this tip out because I know so many people are gonna hate me. Don't waste your money on RGB accessories, okay? RGB keyboards, RGB mouses, RGB RAM, RGB motherboards, RGB coolers, RGB snap-on anything for your case. You just don't need it. It's a waste of money. It's not providing anything extra for your machines. I mean, yeah, it looks dope and really, really cool. Don't get me wrong. I'm being hypocritical again. I have RGB all around me, but it doesn't add anything. And it costs like literally 10 to 20% more depending on what you want to get. And if you add that all up in the long run, you could have allocated that money to, a better CPU, better RAM, going from DDR3 to DDR4 or faster versions of those, or solid states, or M2 drives. There's so many things that you could have put that money into that would have gotten you better performance that doesn't task your machine as much. But no, You chose to spend it on colors that nobody can see because the camera's not even facing towards that. And that's what I want you to know is there's so many things off the frame that nobody will see. It's for your own enjoyment. And if that is you, that's perfectly fine, but I feel like your money could be better spent in other places. It's important to spend your money wisely so that way you can be successful at being a streamer, so that way you can be stable with what you do. And I don't want you going into debt doing this hobby or profession, which is why I'm gonna put a video over here to the side that's gonna show you all the reasons you need to know before you buy an Elgato key light to see if it's gonna be an overpriced light for you or the perfect light for you, as well as a video that YouTube's gonna recommend down at the bottom. I recommend watching those videos right after this because it helps support my channel. I love all you awesome people out there. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I miss you already, and until next time, peace.